Well, hello, Capricorn. I'm going to do you guys first since your love reading last month kind of went off the rails, and then I redid one for you. So this is going to be your January. For some of you, your birthday reading, January 2021. The good news is Saturn has moved out of Capricorn and moved into Aquarius. So that ought to give you a little bit of relief. Although Saturn, is your ruling planet, but it does have a very kind of exfoliating quality to your life, and maybe you were comfortable with that, maybe you weren't, I'm not really sure. But let's find out what kind of influence we've got going here. This is for January 2021, and we're going to get right into this. Happy birthday, by the way. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all that good stuff. Wow, Ten of Swords, that's amazing. That's your first card. I honestly shuffled and you saw me cut and all that. And that is the ending of that bad period. That's really amazing. I'm blown away because Saturn, that Ten of Swords, is talking about that very difficult period, that Saturn energy, that Saturn sword energy coming to an end. It's like death, but following death is rebirth, right? So you're being able to start over. This is a beginning. Hopefully, Jupiter is still floating around in your sign for a bit longer, and so when that energy of release and taking away goes away, all of a sudden it should open up into like a springtime. This should be a month, a year where there's rejuvenation, there's renewal. Yeah. So then we move into the seven of wands here. You see, a little bit of peace coming in after all that strife, after all that Saturn energy. So a lot of you, you may have lost your home, you may have lost a relationship, you may have lost a job, you may have lost friends, you may have lost all kinds of things, or there just could have been a lot of change. You had Saturn and Jupiter, so you kind of had the two polar forces going at once, kind of, that negativity of the Saturn and all that, but also the abundance and auspicious omens of Jupiter. So it's really hard for me to say exactly how that played out in your life. I'm sure that you know how that is. Princess of Swords. Yeah, it should have given you, it should give you a feeling like you have a little bit more clarity. Princess of Swords. It's being ready. It's feeling youthful. So hopefully for some of you, you were rejuvenated. You're thinking a lot more clearly. You have more focus. That would be, associated with air. Air is dealing with mind, with communication. Lines of communication may be open, new ideas, things of that nature. So I feel like January is definitely going to start changing things around. Okay, and the Six of Swords, you see that? Wow. So yeah, a little bit of balance, a little bit of, they call this science, interestingly enough, the Six of Swords. There's a balance. There's a period where the war is over, or the battle is over. You see that? Because all the swords are pointing towards one another. So the good, the bad, the positive, the negative, those things are kind of creating a balance. They're creating an environment where there can be movement, positive movement forward. And yeah, the Chariot, you see. So there's a victory, there's a goal that you're working towards. The Chariot usually assures victory. It can also represent a Cancer in your life. Cancer is the polar opposite. Capricorn and Cancer are a really great combination. They can be a great combination. Cancers are just so light and emotional I mean, what I mean is light is positive. They can be emotional, they can be, melancholy, they can be moody, all those things, but there's a youthfulness, there's a childlike quality that Cancers have that often really is necessary, because Capricorns can be heavy. They can have a very dark side to them. Whether they see it as that, I don't know that Capricorns always think of themselves as having that dark side, but they definitely do. And so this Chariot energy is saying there's a victory there. There's either a victory there, or there's a Cancer person coming into your life. Either way, that's a great thing. And I talked about that 6 with the balance, but if you look at the card of the Chariot, you see this. You have the light and you have the dark. You have a balance. You also have kind of the Wheel of Fortune, which is in a way, it looks like the Wheel of Fortune as the shield here. Again, the sign of balance. And then you see you've got the little crab here on the crown of the Chariot driver. So this is definitely good news for you. January is going to be an auspicious month for you. The Tower, yeah. So for some of you, this moving forward, this ending, that Tower kind of just, it speaks of, again, it speaks of renewal, kind of like that 10 of Swords. So this is saying, if there's something that you guys haven't finished up, if there's something for some of you, you've already done it. You've embraced the change. You've let go of what you needed to. For others of you, it's going to be finishing up in January. There will be no question that destiny, Mother Nature, Earth, Mother Gaia, whatever you like to call the power in your life, that power is making sure that there's final release. You've got to move into 2021 new, unencumbered. You've got to let go of things that needed to be gone from your life. It's going to make way for whatever greatness, whatever new goals, whatever wonderful things you want to happen. They can happen, but that there has to be that final release, that final finishing of whatever has happened. Wow, okay. And then you see this? Patience. This is the card of Temperance. Again, look at the opposing elements. You could call them opposing, or you can call them balancing. There's a balance. That's like salt and pepper, right? All salt, no pepper is out of balance. All pepper, no salt, out of balance. Salt and pepper together when you're creating a recipe, and the recipe we're talking about is your life, your goals, your dreams, the things that you want. And this is a great card. Some people call it Sagittarius. I don't. I consider it to be Aquarian energy, because generally speaking, you have the subconscious flowing into the conscious mind effortlessly. So this means that when things are finished up, you ought to be able to take a deep breath, kind of relax, and just let things flow. Hopefully the learning that's went on, the things that you've experienced in the last few years with that 10 of Swords, all that stuff, hopefully has kind of been like, the diamond that's been under, the coal that's been under pressure and coming out of things as a diamond. You have hopefully emerged as a beautiful stone. I guess a diamond isn't your stone, but your stone is like what, peridot, citrine, it's something green, turquoise, and that's another thing. Wear something green. Green will bring you luck. Green will calm you down. Green will attract what you love the most, which is security, things of the earth, things that you're able to bring into your life that bring you joy, that bring you pleasure, that bring you security, that you're able to share with other people. Yeah, this is a very powerful reading. It's a very powerful year. I mean, obviously last year was very, very powerful, you see, but it was powerful in a different way. It was powerful in a balancing way, where now you are to be balanced. It's like you've arrived, you've achieved. It's like you've graduated a certain stage of your life here. And Five of Discs. So you're shifting from a period that could have been very financially difficult. You could have been with someone where there was a lot of material instability, or you were financially having issues, or your job had to change. You don't really love change, do you, Capricorn? I don't think Capricorns love change. I think they tend to be creatures of habit, very dogmatic, pragmatic, practical, often very practical. And they understand the bigger picture. You like things to be one step at a time. You understand the ladder of success, all those things. This 5 in January, it could mean that, you're just moving forward from a period where there was financial hardship. There were things that didn't happen the way you wanted. That's what happens with the 5. Sometimes that 5 of Discs mean you chose love over money. Or you were with someone and that relationship actually contributed to a lack of success or a lack of financial security. So you can move past that this month. Okay, January, you're moving past it. You're letting go. And the Queen of Cups. So you see this? We had the Cancer, the card of the Chariot. So if there is a question about love, if you're wanting love, this is going to represent either a mother, maternal energy in your life. It can also be Cancer, love energy. Some people say Pisces. Maybe you like Pisces. But you're either going to be meeting someone or really involved with a female water sign, or this means that you will be in a relationship. You will all of a sudden be in a position of love. Yeah. So you had the Princess of Swords and the Prince of Swords. Okay. So there's messages. Someone's trying to get a hold of you. There's, don't ignore your email. Don't ignore your apps. Don't ignore messages. There's incoming messages. There's things coming in. And now that Saturn has taken everything away, the floodgates should start opening. There should be a lot of incoming messages, signs, things, and peace. So, Princess of Swords, Queen of Cups, Prince of Swords, and then this Two of Swords. The Two of Swords can mean two things. One, that you're really contemplating something, okay? You're in a way almost inert. It's like you don't want to, you don't want to take action, you see. It's like you've been through a lot. So much has happened. And you're sitting and you're contemplating. But also with the Two of Swords, there's this underlying message that, when messages come in, if you're contacted by someone, this Queen of Cups or this Prince of Swords or this incoming, don't wait too long, okay? You have a lot of patience. You like things slow. Not everyone does. Some people are kind of like, poop or get off the pot, and so there is that energy message saying, okay, take that moment, reflect, don't reflect too long. Opportunities can be missed if you choose not to get on it, and then boom, here you go. Pleasure is coming. You see that? It is, by the end of January, I expect everything's going to be really nice. You're going to be seeing friends. You're going to be seeing family. You're going to be feeling like all your cups are full. Everything's going to turn around if it hasn't already. I think it is turning around, and it's just about there. All that negativity is gone, and you're left with this beautiful 6 of Cups, friends, family, and oh my gosh, at the bottom of the deck is the Sun. You see that? So you still have Jupiter shining abundance and love and compassion in your life. It's going to be a great year. Just make sure that you release everything you need to. Allow that Chariot to lead you. I'm not saying to be passive, because there's that warning. Don't be passive when someone approaches you. Don't think too long. But be soft. You don't need to be aggressive. Saturn's already done all this. Now, just gently open the messages, listen, trust your intuition, okay? And take it one step at a time. love, abundance, and fortune are waiting for you in January. So happy New Year, happy birthday, love and light. I love all you guys. Feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe. I need all that support. And of course, feel free to donate. We haven't had stimulus relief. I started a new job, and then after 1 week, Gavin Newsom closed our business. So can you believe that? Anyway, bless you all. Love and light. Happy birthday. Happy New Year. Check out your love reading if you want. All right. Thanks, Capricorn.